Students took a concept that they had been discussing and researching using words and approached the material in a visual way.
It's a new way of learning stuff each time, so maybe you might remember one way better than the other. If you're not good at the first way, you can be good at the second way. So I guess variety helps more than just one student or a couple of students.
Teaching strategies used in the AVID classroom focus on providing engaging student-centered activities, giving the students a chance to discover, explore, and analyze the material on their own, and then having opportunities to discuss it critically with their classmates.
She was saying that it wasn't fair for 18-year-olds and 13-year-olds at the same curfew, but what I'm going to say is kind of different than what other people are saying.
In AVID's first year at Colonial Middle School, students participated in philosophical chairs, an activity where students learn valuable critical thinking, listening, and communication skills through debating a topic.
If you're smart enough to stay out of trouble, what's the point of letting the good kids have to be in? Like, if you have a curfew, your mother, your parents, or your father, whatever, they should decide your curfew, not the city of Conshohocken or the town or whatever.
I can listen to people a lot better. Like, if someone's talking, I can understand what they're saying a lot more.
1 year later, these students are in high school, and AVID activities like philosophical chairs are taking place in courses outside of the AVID classroom.
The AVID strategies are good to use in other classes too, because that's what AVID's mostly about, just teaching us strategies to help us better ourselves in actual subjects like math, science, English, and like history and stuff. So I think it's good.
In Mr. Minton's science class, a mix of AVID and non-AVID students recently used the strategy of philosophical chairs to discuss whether or not smallpox vaccination should be mandatory.
And if there's smallpox going around, then there's going to be a whole lot of other people that want to get their vaccine, and you're going to be waiting in line that can't get it. So it won't be that easy. And also, wouldn't you rather have 2 people out of a million people die than 30% of your population?
You can hear other people's opinions, and you don't have to go with your friends. You can choose what side you want to be on and express yourself, why you choose that side, and that's it.
I don't really care if anybody doesn't agree. If it's my opinion, I'm going to state it. But I think it makes people feel more comfortable, while we do the philosophical chairs and stuff, because it's just their open-minded opinion. Everybody knows it's what they think. They're not going to judge you for it.
Because of the expansion of AVID, students in and out of the AVID program also have a chance to participate in another interactive activity known as the Socratic Seminar.
It's called a Socratic Seminar because Socrates believed that you were supposed to make your own meaning out of anything in society. So basically the students are not really given too much direction other than here's a text or here's something to read, and now make some sort of meaning or connection.
In Mr. Wiener's 11th grade AVID class, the students read an article about military recruiting and discussed the topic in class, using the leveled questions they created while taking notes.
They're more detailed questions that doesn't contain a yes or no answer. It's kind of more explanation and more logic and more thinking for a more detailed response.
While students in the inner circle of the Socratic Seminar analyze the reading and work to find deeper meaning from the text, the outer circle of students study the process.
Do you think that because the recruiting center is kind of glamorizing Army life and the actual acts in Iraq, do you think that they could be maybe not charged, but kind of, I guess in a way, being charged for false advertisement, do you think, in a sense?
Somewhat, but not suing or whatever. They shouldn't take it that far.
The students always amaze me at Socratic seminars because students, especially teenagers, always have strong opinions, and this Socratic seminar is a great way to structure those opinions so students can say what they feel and also hear others' opinions. And oftentimes students find themselves changing their opinion or at least giving in a little bit to another side and recognizing other positions.
The idea of practicing higher-level thinking and communication skills while also looking at the mechanics of how the students contribute to the conversation is clearly representative of the AVID philosophy.
It's really helpful to see how they react to other people or what they think. It also helps you, how they respond to others, how to be polite when you do it, not to just, throw it away and be like, no, you're wrong, the way I think is right. And it's really just interesting to see how other people react to each other, and they're so friendly, and it's really helpful to see that and just take it in, and you can mold yourself to that.
In Miss Edwards' 9th grade English class, non-AVID students used a Socratic seminar to compare Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, written in the 1950s, with an article that covers the author's thoughts today.
And then he was saying about how we relate to TV as families and we refer to them with first names. And like even in the book they said like on 55, like be quiet, the relatives are talking, and then stuff like that. And like even today, like I know I talk about shows a lot.
I agree.
And I refer to them like I actually know them and I refer like to stuff, but really we're just taking it overboard and should be using our time more for like reading and stuff than using like useless information on like reality TV and stuff.
I think it's just surprising to see how everyone analyzes the book in their own way, and no two people thought of it the same way at all. Every single aspect of the book that we talk about, no matter what book it is, some person thinks differently than I do, and I think that's just so interesting to see a book in so many different ways.
You get a lot of different opinions off of what you just read, and you get to learn a lot of stuff. Say you didn't know something, you get to pick up on that from other people.
AVID teaching strategies like philosophical chairs and the Socratic seminar help the students to be more involved and accountable for their learning.
The strategies aren't just for a certain type of student. They can work anywhere with any kid. You know, I think that inquiry is one of the foundations of AVID, and I think that just by fostering that, and that's what a Socratic seminar does, it makes meaning to all my students.
It maybe became more organized. For example, the binder, I have everything in one binder, so I don't need to take it to the locker every day, and dividers help it stay organized.
I'm not as like a procrastinator as I used to be, and now with like the extra help and tutoring, it's helped me do better like on tests and quizzes and stuff.
I get better grades than I did before, and because I study more.
It taught me how to do things the right way and on time, so I don't end up turning in things too late, or when I turn them in, they don't end up being wrong. I know how to do the work now, and then I can do it right, so it falls into place.
It's helped me get better grades and be more confident in class to answer questions and not be afraid.
It's made me more organized because I'm not the best person when it comes to keeping things in order and whatnot, and it's given me better study habits.
I went from a C and D student to having A's and B's in honors classes and AP classes for my junior year.
Instead of just like going into class and fooling around, I really pay attention to what I have to do.
It's definitely made me more organized, because at first I would say that I was organized and I'd be like, oh sure, yeah, I got this and I got that, but really I was not organized at all. And I get good grades now. Well, I always did good grades, but now my grades are better.
AVID has changed me. It's made me a more effective student and a more intelligent student.
The Colonial Middle School and Plymouth Whitemarsh High School students involved in the AVID elective have grown in their academic careers, become more successful in the classroom, and have developed a new love and respect for learning.
Everything's different now. I don't mind going to school, and now that I know what I'm doing in school, I don't dread going to a class because I just sit there and don't know what's going on. I actually know, and I can participate and have a good relationship with my teachers.
I'm looking forward to all the opportunities I'll have in high school and college and outside of college because of my AVID background.
While AVID, or Advancement via Individual Determination, focuses on giving individual students a better chance at succeeding in school, the Colonial School District's commitment to integrating AVID strategies and philosophies in all classrooms shows how the district is equally committed and determined to giving all students the tools and support to be successful in the classroom and beyond.